Hi, my name is Karen Schumann. I am superintendent here at Culver Community Schools here in Culver, Indiana. This is my 8th year as superintendent and almost 4 years in the running of doing construction type projects. So most of our buildings are 1968 or older, so there are so many things that needed upgraded or remodeled. Before we spent a lot of money, we knew we had some money coming off. We did a needs assessment with another company that gave us a long list of items of things that need done, and then Yoder was one of the contractors with that company, and so we're thankful they're on board. They've been with us through it all. Over my shoulder there are the windows to the front of the building. Those used to be 3 little cubby holes that kind of did a showcase each month for that our librarian did. So to knock those out and to put a full glass front was an engineering feat in its own. The supervisor was just like, I'm not comfortable with these designs. Let's make sure we get this done right. And his diligence to the task, it added a little extra time, but it was so worth it because it made it shine and fit together great.
Hi, I'm Scott Kroner, Superintendent for Wa-Nee Community Schools. At Wa-Nee Community Schools, in the 8 years that I've been here, we've partnered with our Yoder on several projects. Two of the most recent projects that we've completed with them were new office space for our school resource officers, and we're currently under a CMC project of a building expansion at Wakarusa Elementary School. Every project that we've partnered with our Yoder on, they have met and exceeded our expectations. They always meet their timelines. They're very courteous. They're clean. They keep the spaces, especially when kids are in session, very accessible so that we can conduct our work of learning. They actually came out and they conducted a few tests just so we could get a sense of could this work being done during the school day, or would this work require to be completed outside of the school day? And again, just very grateful for their awareness of the needs that we have as a school system.
So schools aren't just buildings to us. We see the students, we see the teachers, we see the staff that use those spaces. We know what we do directly impacts their learning environment, and it's a job that we don't take lightly.
I'm so thankful for Yoder Construction. They came on board and took the initiative on many of the projects to say, hey, this is how it should be done. Or you know what, we see this now that we've opened up this wall, and let's make sure we do it right. So I was very thankful to have their guidance on many of the meetings that we had of how do you do this, how do you make it right? And they were able to break it down into the terms where I'm like, yep, I get it, I agree, yeah, let's move forward down that path. It's a definite trust. Ken trusts me, I trust him. Brent was great on scene that, I could say, Brent, don't you think it should kind of look this way or this way? He goes, yep, that's what I see. And then the next day it would be done. It was a nice, good feeling that he would have those candid conversations and to know that you're supported and heard throughout the project. And they did a great job of that.
We walk in with open ears. We know school leaders are under immense pressure. So our job is to be the calm, steady hand. We anticipate needs, we listen, and we deliver. School leaders tell us it's the little things. We arrive early, keep the space clean, and we respect the school hours. We treat the space as our own because we care about their mission as much as they do.
A good example of that is our family and consumer science classroom. It needed completely upgraded, and it was a huge space. So for them to come in and go, you know what, we could divide this into 2 more classrooms and give you more space, and then design it as a nice flowing classroom. And then now that we're doing the middle school science labs, we're able to use that same kind of blueprint to go in, hey, you remember how we did facts? Now let's do the science rooms that way. They were able to modify things and make things functional until the casework arrived so that we were able to use the classrooms at the beginning of the school year. That was a definite bonus.
We feel very much that we're in a partnership. Their goals align very well with ours. They want to make sure that the needs are met. All aspects of the project are being completed in the way that the school system hopes for. Whether that being rescheduling a certain part of the project because a school event has come up and coming up with a solution so that it can still meet that timeline. They always meet and exceed our expectations. Well, our Yoder is very familiar with our buildings. Being in this community, they're very familiar with what the community's expectation, what my school board's expectations are when it comes to quality of projects. We view our Yoder very much as a partner. Oftentimes we will go to our Yoder and different members of their staff to ask questions, to receive suggestions, inquiries. I would say our Yoder is just very much a partner that we lean on heavily, that as different questions and ideas come up, we're brainstorming ideas back and forth with them, whether it results in a project or not.
So there was a moment when school leaders walked into this new space. They'd mentioned how it improved functionality, and it was exactly what the school needed. That's the kind of thing that sticks with you, and that's why we do it. We go beyond by staying involved, whether it's answering questions months later or helping staff navigate their new space. We don't disappear when the ribbon's cut, we're in it for the long haul.
On behalf of Wa-Nee Community Schools, we wish to thank our Yoder for their continued support and collaboration for our students and our school system.